just came out of my room at the Wayside. I'm tempted to call it the Wayside Inn, but I think that's a place for homeless people in Melbourne or Sydney. This is certainly not a place for homeless people. I don't think it's over the top expensive either, although I haven't paid the bill yet. That beautiful jacaranda back there. We came out of one of those towns, it could have been Lichtenberg or something like that. And there was a long avenue of jacarandas. Once again, these magnificent big palms. So we'll just walk around and see where the hell I am. So the good news is, I slept okay, slept pretty good. Bad news is I think we're in a valley. I couldn't get a very good connection on my YouTube, so I got some verification errors. I was trying to upload my video last night. Hope it doesn't continue. So I'll just show you around. You know, when you get to a place in the late evening, you don't know where you are. You don't know your surroundings, but I can see huge towering cliffs up there. Now this is a place called Waterval Onder. Waterval, something to do with a waterfall. So that would make sense. If we're down in this valley and we're not getting a very good internet connection, then maybe that's why I'm getting a verification error. It wants to verify who I am. Here's Alan's car over here, the Volkswagen Polo. Quote from the Eagles: check out any time you like, you can never leave. Right. I can hear the whoa, it's walked into a spider web. Okay, can't see anybody. Okay. I can hear the traffic down there on the main road. This little cottage we parked in front of, I thought that was actually a thing. I thought maybe that could be my cottage. It looked a little bit like a hobbit house. Oh, there's chickens living here. This is their place. Hey girls and boys. Oh, they're magnificent. He's a good looking guy, this one. Hello everyone, this is where you live. Hey? This is where you people live. Alright, there's a whole heap of them in there. I was thinking of staying in their house for the night. So yeah, they got a nice house. A hobbit house. There's big pine trees. Grass is beautiful and green and manicured. Somewhere down here is a swimming pool. Quite a lot of cottages by the look of it. Alan told me that the guy who owns the place, Pierre, and his wife were in bike clubs, motorbike clubs, and they rode past and saw this place that was run down, need a lot of attention. So he went to the bank to ask about it, and they said, well, make us an offer. They were glad to get it off their hands, and that's what happened. We made an offer and they took it. Here's the swimming pool. And that's pretty impressive. As you can see now, those cliffs up there, very green, and yeah, we're right in a basin. We're right in a basin. I needn't have concerned myself about the temperature last night. I did put on my pyjama pants as opposed to shorts for dinner. We had T-bones for dinner. Alan recommended the T-bone from previous days here. I went along with his recommendation, to be honest. Yeah, it was good, but I'm used to... And this is something about South Africans, okay? It's not a huge criticism, but it's an observation. South Africans don't know how to make salad. And in fact, like I'd offer my T-bone, I would have asked, do you want a pepper sauce, do you want mushroom, garlic butter, or do you just want the T-bone? I didn't get any of those options, I just got the T-bone, which was good. But, yeah, and the salad, yeah. South Africans, when they make a Greek salad, they give you bloody, like, island dressing with it. I mean, how mad is that? A Greek salad needs Greek salad dressing. I'm getting in the pool. Oh, that's beautiful. We're in the pool, guys. That is beautiful. Mind you, I'm in the shallow end. So I'll sit and dip my feet in the water. Yeah, a Greek salad, guys, South Africa. It's a lemony, olive oily, garlicky dressing, not freaking island dressing. Come on, guys. Yeah, Pierre, the owner, I was having a bit of fun with him. I don't know if he took me seriously, but on the bar, he made this, I think it's a biltong slicer. It was a very sharp blade on a swivel, and he'd stolen some parts from South African railways to make this chopping block thing, just sitting on the bar. So I was just feeling it and poking it around, and I thought if I put my finger on the block bit there and brought down the lever, I could easily take off my middle finger, or any finger really. It was that sharp. I said to him when he came back to the bar, I said, in Australia you'd need a warning, Pierre. You'd need a sign saying, do not place your finger in the biltong chopping block, as you may lose your favoured finger. He shook his head in disbelief at that. And then, and this is the other thing here, we're going back to the Greek salad. When they give you the Greek salad, they're whole olives, okay? They're not pitted, they're whole olives. And to be honest, to be fair, they're not very good olives. They're small. So I said to him when he came up and said, how was your meal? I said, another thing, Pierre, in Australia you would need the waiter to come and warn you that the olives aren't pitted, or even on the menu to tell you that the olives aren't pitted, because if you would just go for the crunch, you'd break your crown tooth, or your bloody, you'd end up suing because you got a broken molar. I think he just wandered off shaking his head in disbelief, but we're not too far wrong. So yeah, that was the meal, and I went back to the room. I bought those Cook Sisters with me. I had those with my coffee as I did a bit of video editing. And I was going to put up yesterday's episode. I got a quarter of the way through loading it when I started getting this verification error that they're not sure it's me. I need to verify my my account. So last night the lighting was a bit low, but we're able to see now. There's the old fella Oom Paul. Where is the Kruger Millions? We're going to go to Machada Dorp today, aren't we? Yeah. So I don't know where we are on that map. Hector Sprite.
Machada Dorp. So we about there.
Okay.
Okay, so we were in Nelspruit yesterday, Bombella, right. We came through, and there's Machada Dorp, so we're there.
Okay, so the Millions could be anywhere. Train came through in 1900. Oh, there's the Wayside Inn, Waterval Onder. like these. Big Kruger Rand. And that's a number plate from a train. There's Oom Paul there. And I put forward a theory, this is Gladstone. So, you know, every bar, there's the old fella again. Then well, this is called the Kruger Bar, which makes sense. I'd had rather a nice breakfast actually. I was busy telling Alan earlier on yesterday I don't eat breakfast, and then real nice bacon, some eggs and some beautiful toast. We had some fruit salad to start. Man, I'm supposed to lose weight on this holiday. Anyway, our gracious host Pierre is quite a big fellow, so I look thin next to him. So we're going to go to the Kruger Hof house. I'm going to read. I love these lizards here. Hello, mate. Hello. I don't know where he went. I believe Kruger stayed here before he got the train to Delgoa Bay, where there was a ship sent from Queen Wilhelmina to take him to Europe, and he never saw his beloved Africa again. So Pierre's given me the old gate key. Familiar with these, aren't we? Oops. Okay. Oh, there's the dog going. We're getting him in here, getting recording. Kruger Hof. Alright, it doesn't want us to walk through the... It looks like an old miner's cottage. Oh, look at the size of him. That's a chameleon. I don't know if you can see he's moving, but he's a chameleon. You can see from the other side. Oh, he's too clever for me. Okay. Looks like an old mining house, doesn't it? So in a word, I don't really know what this is all about. The life of poor Kruger. Follow the arrow. President Kruger lived in this cottage from the 3rd of June to the 28th of August. Right. So, says it was his last residence. How long did he stay here for? August. June to August. June, July, August. So just under a month he stayed here. Starts president. They're the guys that went to Europe to try and ask Victoria to cut out the nonsense, I think. Remember we were in his farmhouse over there near Rustenburg, and then he'd moved to politics, so he left his farmhouse and he went across to Rustenburg to Pretoria to start his his political life. That's in 1883. He was inaugurated. There he is addressing the burghers. There he is, he's talking to the burghers. He visits Barberton, Then they discovered gold in 86, so he was elected in 83. 3 years later, they found gold. Now, it was a disaster for him. He was re-elected for 1893 to 1898. The train line was opened between Pretoria and Lorenzo Marx. I believe that Holland financed the train line because Pretoria or the Transvaal, they had no access to the sea. They had no port unless they went down through Natal, which was a British colony. There's Kruger with a train line, because now the train is open to Delgoa Bay. He's elected again, 1898 to 1899, but he only serves 1 year because war breaks out. He sends the Great Britain an ultimatum, tells them to get their troops away from the border and to send the ships back that are bringing troops to South Africa, send them back or we'll declare war. And of course Britain doesn't take ultimatums from anyone, particularly some old guy with his top hat who thinks the world is flat, who lives in Pretoria. So what's this? This is a character in England and the Transvaal. So Salisbury, that's Lord Salisbury. Be careful, Joe, don't tease him too much. He's already broken free once at the cage, a notice board on which is written Transvaal Lion, so don't poke the lion. Alright, so there he is, Oom Paul. Seen a lot of him, haven't we? Oh, hang on, it said follow the arrow. There is no arrow. Why is one? Okay. There is no arrow. Hello, boss. Study your visit and then follow the arrow. There is no arrow. On the middle room. Alright, I'm going to go around the corner. I go around there? Yes. The gardener is nodding. Alright, so we're going to go to this room now. Oh, here we are. More Krugerisms, eh? So these are the last months in Pretoria. This is interesting. You can see Kruger went down on a for morale, to prep the morale up of the commandos down in Natal. We didn't know about that. Kruger played an important role in planning during the phase of the war. In 1900, February 1900, the British got their act together and the Boers collapsed. Kruger visited the front, giving moral support to the commandos. However, the British advance on Bloemfontein and Pretoria couldn't be stopped. On the 29th of May, as the British forces approached Pretoria, Kruger and his government withdrew to Machadodorp. Machadodorp. Look at that. There's some American war volunteers in front of his house in Pretoria. So June the 5th, the British occupied Pretoria. And there's the Kruger Hof. There's Kruger and his war council, or his backbench, or I don't know, Senate, whatever they were. Initially, Kruger resided in the presidential train at Machadodorp. However, the colder winter forced the aging president to move to Waterval Onder, where he stayed in this building in annex to the local hotel. So there's a hotel where we're staying. It's called the Wayside Inn. It was a hotel in the day. Kruger kept dispatching the telegrams, and he urged the Boers to continue fighting. and approach. Okay. So Kruger at the train to what was then the Portuguese colony of Mozambique. I'll get this picture. And the ship that was sent for him was the Gelderland. The Dutch people were pro-Boer during the war, but the government remained officially neutral. Kruger's arrival in Renzo Marx allowed the Dutch government to demonstrate their real sympathies with the Boer people. Queen Wilhelmina requested the warship Gelderland en route to Indonesia to call at Renzo Marx and take Kruger to Europe. Kruger reached Marseille 22nd of November 1900, and he never saw Africa again. Okay. Okay. So, off he goes to Europe. He left his wife behind, I suppose. It's too hard to... Yeah, maybe his wife wanted to stay with the kids. So he lands in Marseille. He embarks on a journey through France, Belgium and Germany. Everywhere he's met with great enthusiasm. But the French and German governments remain neutral, give no support to the Zuid-Afrikaanse Republic. That's what we were talking about with Alan yesterday. Why did Kruger run? You know, the British wouldn't have mistreated him. He was a head of state, and he was an old man. They would have but I thought maybe Kruger went to Europe to try and get help. He took up temporary residence in The Hague, Netherlands, and from there he coordinated pro-Boer sympathies of the European nations to the advantage of the Boer republics. But nobody's going to declare war on Great Britain for a bunch of farmers, are they? That's where Kruger lives, in Utrecht. He stays in Utrecht in 1901 in January. He has some surgery on his eyes. And then he moves to a place called a villa called Oranjelust in Utrecht in December of 1901. There he led a quiet existence, especially after signing the peace Treaty of Vereeniging, brought an end to the Boer War. This fact Kruger accepted with resignation. The Boer generals Botha, Delaray and De Wet visited him in August. He decided he would remain in exile, while the former republics would attempt to regain their independence by political means. That's the house he lived in. And then I suppose the weather wouldn't have suited him. He's with his granddaughters there. Maybe his kids came to see him. He resumed regular contact with family and friends in South Africa. He spent the European summer of 1903 in the villa Dijmen in Hilversum. In October, he again moved to the warmer climate of Mentone. His health deteriorated further. In the summer of 1904, he moved to the Villa de Perrier in Switzerland. There he received word of the political revival of the Afrikaner, sent a special message to General Louis Botha. This message is known as his political testament, and he died on the 14th of July 1904. There he is, looking suitably bitter. Shortly before his death, he would have been sitting there having one of those coffees, still pondering that the world was flat. My God, why have you forsaken me? So, there's another room. Yeah, this is where Okay. The man and the memory. Here we see the funeral procession. They bring him back. Now, we saw his grave at the Heroes Acre, didn't we? Temporarily buried in The Hague. On the 16th of December, 20,000 people attended his funeral. That's in 1904. He was laid to rest beside his wife Gesine in the old cemetery. This funeral service and there it is. There's that grave we went to in Pretoria's old cemetery. So that's him as an old man. Oh, sorry, that's him as a young man. And then that's 10 years later. Another 10 years later. He was certainly well photographed. And that's the statue I wanted to visit in Church Square. It's got 4 Boers guarding the president. But I'm told it's too dangerous and that it's been ruined. It's been smashed and vandalised. Significant, the Kruger statue in Church Square in Pretoria was even before his death. Statues were erected in Rustenburg, Kruger National Park. You got Kruger's Dorp, the house of his birth, his farm Bokenhout Fontaine near Rustenburg. Maybe that's where we went. And this building, the Kruger Hof, are all national monuments. Kruger Rand, the Kruger National Park. Europe and South Africa he's remembered with street names, etc. So, great. All right. I want a bit of a donation maybe.